By way of an introduction, my name is Dawn Livingston. I am not local to the US, as you've probably gathered. I was born in Edinburgh, Scotland. I've been an energy healer for over 20 years. And today I want to give you some information, a bit of background about myself and how I grew up, so that you understand my reason for doing what it is that I do, and how I actually determined that peace is a choice. You can either choose peace or fear. So, a little bit about my upbringing. Um, my parents divorced when I was 4 years old, and 2 or 3 years later, my mother remarried. So, I gained a stepfather, a stepsister, and a stepbrother. And a couple of years later, we were gifted with a half sister, and we have a great family. We're all pretty close. But my biological father was never really in my life. He rarely made an appearance. Um, so I would probably explain that I lived a very normal life. You know, school, college. You go dating, then you get married, and then you create debt by way of a mortgage, a car loan, personal loans, credit cards, as you do, and you have your kids. And I started energy healing probably around 20 to 22 years ago now. And immediately after that, my eyes were just totally wide open. I started to see things through different eyes, and I started to question a lot of things. I questioned things like education and why everybody was being taught the same subjects to the same level when everybody had different ideas, abilities, different aspirations. It just didn't seem right to me that everybody was educated in the same manner. But very, very quickly, I learned just to zip it, because I found that if I had said anything against what was the norm, then I was ridiculed and almost embarrassed into just, being quiet and not saying a word. And I'll learn very quickly just to keep my own opinions to myself, because I found myself thinking much differently than others. So after about 10 years of marriage and 3 kids, I used to take my two youngest kids to a karate class a couple of nights a week. And this particular class, I had quite the accident. I was thrown really badly, landed really hard on my right side, and after a while realised that I had broken a disc in my lower back. So I ended up being off work at home probably for about 3 or 4 months. I was flat on my back. I couldn't stand for long. I couldn't sit for long. Couldn't lift anything. And I remember picking up this book this day. You'll probably know it. It's Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life. And I started to read this book. And after the first, it was very early on in the book, first 2 or 3 pages, I think, she said that you're responsible for everything in your life. You create your life, so only you can change it. And I was absolutely horrified at that time, because, no way did I want to create an accident like that. I didn't want to subject myself to pain. There was no way that was my fault. So I was really triggered by that. I mean, how rude, Louise. I took that book and threw it across the living room. I was so angry with it. Threw it across the living room, it hit off the wall, landed down the back of the chair, and that's where it stayed for quite a while. So I decided to email my Reiki teacher, and I sent her an email, and I was in victim mode at this time, because I was in so much pain, so much pain. And I sent her an email that said, you told me that this energy would really help my life. It would improve my life, and look at me. I just can't stand. I can't sit. I can't pick up my kids. I can't even go to work. And within a few minutes, I received a one-line reply that said, have you ever thought about what not being able to work is allowing you to do? And my first thought was, I have no idea what you're talking about. But something made me really think deeper about that. And after a while, In some deep contemplation, it was, I'm just not happy. I'm just not happy in this marriage. But I couldn't put my finger on it. I didn't know what it was. I just knew I wasn't happy. And I knew I'd felt like that for quite some time. And I got back to work eventually, and I decided to book a counselling session. We had some counsellors there, some employee counsellors. So I decided to go along. No harm, right? So I was chatting away to this counsellor for a little while, maybe 20 minutes or so. And then she said to me, so how long have you been abused, Dawn? And I said, oh no, I'm really sorry, don't misunderstand. I'm not abused. He's never lifted a finger to me, and I don't believe he ever will. She says, Dawn, no, abuse doesn't just come by way of violence. She says abuse comes in many different forms. Mental abuse, emotional abuse, verbal abuse, to name just three. And I realised then that I had been a victim of abuse, of mental, emotional and verbal abuse since the day I had met my husband. And boy, did that kick off a fire within me, because I realised in that second that Louise Hay was right, because the only reason I was abused was because I allowed it to happen, and it was my fault. I had to take back my power so that I could say, no, I will not be abused. And a few weeks later, I ended my marriage, and it was the best thing I did for myself. I took that choice to either continue to suffer or to create a new life for myself, because I had been made aware of a problem that I didn't even know existed. Totally changed my perception on the whole situation, which allowed me to facilitate change, some positive change. So going back to we all create our lives, we do. And because we create our lives, we are the only ones that can change it. Now, everything is energy, absolutely everything. And we are all connected to everything. Separation is just an illusion. It's just a program in our subconscious mind that continues to loop round and round and round to keep us from the truth. Everything has a specific vibration, a specific frequency. Your thoughts, your words, your actions, and your beliefs all resonate on a specific frequency. And it's constantly emitted by you out into the universe, out into the ether all the time. So you attract what you vibrate, right? So if all you are doing is emitting fear and hatred and anger, then guess what? The universe will throw back to you situations to make you angry, fearful, and hate. So if you throw out love, joy, peace, and happiness, that's what you're going to return back to you. And fear is also just a program, the program in our subconscious mind. There is no such thing as fear other than that which we create. It doesn't exist. Your subconscious mind creates your reality based on your perceptions. So if you change your perception, like I did, your life has to change, right? Your reality has to change. Through experience, that's exactly what happened to me. I was made aware of the situation, changed my perceptions, and facilitated positive change. So what I want to do is to help people understand the same, is to help you become aware that there's the things in your life that you don't like or want to improve, or wherever you feel stuck. That's what's keeping us stuck. It's this program in our subconscious mind. And fear at the minute, just think about it. The fear is rife all over the planet right now. COVID, COVID, COVID. Got to wear a mask all the time. I can't go out unless I've got a mask on. I'm not allowed to be in a group of any more than 5 people. You're hooked right in. And how do we get hooked right in? because it's all around us. It's all around us. Look at the news. Look at social media. That is all that's pushed on you all the time. It's conditioning, and it's to keep us in fear and to keep us controlled. It's been weaponized. So I want you to hopefully understand my situation, to see how I've made a change in my life, and hopefully my situation will help you to make some changes in yours. So what I want to do today for you by way of some healing is to disconnect from that vibration of fear and struggle, and to actually plug it into the vibration, a higher vibration of peace and love and happiness and joy, so that we start to resonate higher and return these higher vibrational good things to us. Okay, I want to do just a quick guided meditation. I want you to get grounded and into a space where I can run this energy for you. Anybody that watches this in a replay will still receive the energy if they choose to. Like I said, everything is a choice. If you want to receive this energy, it will run on you. If you don't want it, it won't run on you. It's absolutely fine. Okay, so if you can sit comfortably, don't cross your legs or your knees or your arms. You know, that's a closed off attitude that you're putting out to the universe. You want to be open to receiving. So just take a deep breath. And I want you to imagine that you're standing on a beach. I want you to wiggle your toes in the sand and feel the heat in the sand. I want you to hear the waves crashing on the shore and hear the birds in the sky and the children playing. And feel the heat of the sun on your face. And now I want you to imagine that there are roots coming from the soles of your feet. And I want you to take those roots down through the different layers of the earth. So go down through the sand and take a deep breath in through the nose. And on the exhale, I want you to sink deeper and deeper down through all the different layers of the earth. So down through the sand, down through the soil, down through all the different layers of rock. Keep going down and down and down, down and down. Keep going down until you get to the center of the earth. And this is Mother Earth's heart chakra. So I want you to imagine there is a huge crystal at the center of the earth. It doesn't matter the size or the shape or the color. I want you to anchor your roots to this crystal. And I want you to feel the vibration that comes from Mother Earth. This true and pure unconditional love that she has for you. And I want you just to stay here just for a few minutes while I run this energy. I want to disconnect you from anger. So who are you angry at? Just think about if there's someone in your life that you're angry at. Is it a family member? Someone at work? What about a situation? And what about anger for yourself? Just allow whatever comes up to come up, because that's ready for clearing. Just think of anything or any number of things that you're angry about, and let's clear those. I've also to unplug you from resentment. So what's going on in your life that you resent? Could also be yourself. Let's also clear any regrets that you have. We all have regrets, and they're just not serving us at all. They are one thing that keeps us stuck, is any regret that you have in your past. So just think about any regrets you've had in your life, and let's clear those that come up for you. So let's disconnect you from hatred. So think about the things that you have hate for. What do you hate in your life right now? Just think about that too. Keep taking your deep breaths in and out. Let's also remove any fear of the future, any fears of change, any fears of failure that you may have. Let's give you divine timing so that you know everything is exactly where it's supposed to be. It's all perfection. It's all just how we perceive it, remember. Change your perceptions, things will change. About fear of COVID. Let's run fear of COVID. Let's also remove the mask over these situations so that you see the truth. And let's lift that veil of deceit that we have, that veil of secrecy, so that the truth is exposed. Because we're going through a massive energy change right now. These low density vibrations of hatred and fear and corruption, can no longer be tolerated, and we're purging them. That's what we're seeing happening right now. Things are going to be fine. So when you have the truth of situations, you can then have an understanding and make up your own mind about how you perceive that situation to be true. Gives you amazing clarity. Remember, it's all a choice. And just continue to breathe. Deep belly breaths in and out. And just feel this energy in every cell of your body. And changing your vibration. Increasing your awareness and your frequency. Let's get you in alignment with your true power, your sovereign power, so that you can take back your life, make your own decisions, and live your life free of fear and without regret. Because the past's behind you, and the future hasn't happened yet. So if you worry about the future, just remember what you give energy to is returned to you. And let's align you with the vibration of peace. Just feel the vibration running through every cell. Let's also align you with happiness. Never a shortage of happiness in your life, is there? Can't have too much. Let's start creating more. And just let all this negativity just leave. Just give it permission to go. Say you're no longer serving me, thank you, but you can go. Just allow it to be released. Let's also align you with joy. And this will help disconnect you from sadness. I've also to align you with the vibration of truth. You'll start to see the truth in every situation, every person, everything that's going on. You might even start to question things like I did. Opened your eyes, totally opened your eyes. And all these energies will continue to run until they are fully integrated into every cell of your body. It may take hours, it may take days, it may even take weeks, depending on how deep rooted these vibrations are in your cells. But it'll keep running until it's done. You may have felt a slight pressure in your head, you may not. Doesn't matter. So now I want you to bring your awareness back to the crystal at the centre of the earth. And once again, just feel the vibration that the earth has for you. Just giving you love, unconditional love, gratitude, compassion. Just feel that all through your body. And now you can remove your roots from the crystal. And you can start to bring your roots back up through all the different layers. And go up through all the different layers of rocks, up through the soil, up through the sand, and back into the soles of your feet. And wiggle your toes and feel the sand between your toes. Feel the heat of the sun on your face again. Hear the waves crashing. Hear the children playing and the birds in the sky. And now bring your awareness from the soles of your feet up through your legs, up through your hips and your torso, and into your heart. Don't forget to breathe. Deep breath in and out. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. So I want to say thank you for participating. I really hope you find that helpful. If you would like information, you can reach out to me on Facebook Messenger, Dawn Christie Livingstone, or on my website, you can reach out there, dawnlivingstone.com. Hopefully we get to meet again, but for now, thank you. Have a beautiful day and a very happy life.